skill. Heroes for Hire's the name. Comic joy's our only aim. Weekly mail call can't be beat. Comic reviews extra sweet. Tune in, folks, and don't be late. Interviews that sure are great. From Kentucky's rolling hills we stream. Matt delivers every fan's dream. Claim your favorites, join the quest. Heroes for Hire are the best. Superheroes, villains too. Every issue something new. Golden age or modern finds, entertaining minds of all kinds. Comic book sales you can claim. Join the club, win comic fame. Hear the stories, catch the vibe. Heroes for Hire feels alive. From Kentucky.
Woo! Welcome. This is Matt. This is Crazy Joe, the Hungarian. Matt, Heroes for Hire Comic Club. And this is our co-created show called Matt and Joe's Bad Cinema. This is episode number 2. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming in. It's been, I tell you what, I watched this movie before I went to bed, and I don't know how I didn't have weird dreams. That's all I'm going to say about this movie.
Yeah.
But and for anybody that doesn't know already, we talked about it, but we will be reviewing the movie. Well,
the tenant room.
Let's get through a couple things. We got I want to save the screenshots for later.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this movie was made in 1982. It was written, directed, and produced by, was it Edgar Levins? Yeah, Edgar Levins. It stars Kevin Van Houten as Dwayne Bradley, a young man who seeks vengeance on his doctors and nurses who performed an unwanted surgery that separated him from his deformed brother, Belial, whom Dwayne hides in a large wicker basket. And that pretty much sums up the entire movie, I think. The movie was shot in 16 millimeter for a budget of around $35,000. The film was blown up for its original theatrical release in April of 1982. It received mixed reviews upon release. No shit. It has since become considered, and it spawned 2 sequels, both of which were also directed by Henenlotter. Okay, it was directed by Frank Henenlotter. I don't know why it said written, produced, and directed by Dwayne. Oh, no, by Edgar Levins. I don't understand that. Okay, never mind. And it stars Kevin Van Houten, Terry Susan Smith, and Beverly Bonner. Produced by Arnold H. Bruck, Edgar Levins, and Tom Kay. Cinematography was by Bruce Torbett. Edited by Frank Henenlotter. Music by Gus Russo. Production company, Basketcase Productions. It was distributed by Analysis Film Releasing Corporation, Rugged Films, and Cruisewin Distribution. It was released on April 7th, 1982. It has a runtime of about 91 minutes, and it's filmed in the United States, and for a budget of about $35,000. So let's play the trailer before we start discussing it. Let me share this. Let me get this set up here.
Sounds good.
And I don't know. What are your impressions after I get this set up?
That was great. Classic bad cinema, I just can't believe there's 2 sequels to it.
Here we go. Here is the trailer. Let's see if it'll bring up here. And it's movie's out there. I would not just put it that way. Okay, I'm losing everybody's screen. But
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it up here.
there
too.
you are. Okay, it's my computer.
Yeah, you've been.
What's in the basket? Easter eggs?
You better. You hope. You wish.
What's in the basket?
Clothes.
What's in the basket?
What's in the basket?
My brother.
What's in the basket?
Open it, if you dare. Basketcase. Opening at our theater for you. An analysis film presentation.
Interesting.
Powerful stuff there. I'm surprised it did not win an Oscar.
Yeah, I mean that's Oscar
Yeah,
material
very
back in
interesting.
'82. You know, well, one back in '82.
Yeah.
Gandhi.
So
I
what's the
think.
guy saying the light? 1982. Yes, Gandhi won.
Yep.
But you know who should have won, in my opinion, if we're to get off subject? E.T.
Yeah, that was. I
E.T.
know it
should've
was
won Best Picture
nominated,
that
but
year.
I couldn't believe they didn't get. I can't believe that either. Did
I
you
mean,
know
no
Harrison-
offense to Gandhi. No offense. Yeah, and no offense to Gandhi or the performance that Ben Kingsley gave in Gandhi, but come on.
Yeah. Harrison Ford had a part in
What were
E.T.
you
Did you know that?
saying about Harrison?
Harrison Ford
No,
was
I
a
did
principal.
not know that.
Yeah, and then they cut it out.
What was it, like a little cameo?
Yep, he was
Oh.
the principal at the school after the kid went all crazy and let all the frogs out. Elliot, whatever.
Oh, okay. Elliot. No, a lot of good child act, and like that we'll save that for another day about the ET. But they pretended they had that guys that operated ET keep him moving when the cameras were not rolling, so it didn't break the illusion for Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, that's funny.
She thought it was real.
She thought it was real.
I think it's kind of cute. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cute. Thought it was a real person. Okay, well, we'll get into it. This guy's like, what's what happens? I can't remember the first. Okay, there's this guy. At first, this guy's getting a phone call. I assume it's his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Takes him out, and so then you cut to he's walking down the street in a pretty seedy area of New York City. Which, listen, we got to admit, most of New York was pretty seedy in the early '80s. So, and he's already talking to this guy. He's holding his basket, and he goes to the hotel, and he's getting like a room, $20 a night or whatever. So we still don't know what else is in the basket yet. But then he's on the bed and he dumps like a bunch of hamburgers. Doesn't even take the wrappers off the hamburgers.
I know.
Guys just going in there, right? And we slowly start to find out that what's happening is he's got a conjoined twin whose name was Belial. I don't know where they got that name at. That's the evil name from the Bible. My mom just said. So thank you, Mom.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I guess it might be like Cain and Abel or something. But you get the feeling pretty quickly that Dwayne's really not much in charge here. Like, you find out that Belial's got like this psychic connection with him, and also he's pretty strong for a little guy, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Did he rip down an entire metal door when they go? Well, goes to that doctor. He goes to the doctor that's being cut apart and unconjoined, I guess, if you will. And well, later on in the film, there's an extensive flashback, but because you come to find out, and well, anyway, so he goes to visit this doctor, and I guess he freaks the doctor out and says, "Look, you know me, you don't remember me." And he pulls up his shirt, And he's got a big scar on his side because obviously Bilal was attached to Dwayne when they were born.
Mm-hmm.
And but then you find out later they have a psychobilly. But he also starts flirting with the receptionist, very cute lady, by the way. I don't remember the actress's name is it Terry Susan Smith?
Yep.
Actually, a very attractive woman.
Oh, she's cutie. Yeah.
Actually, she's probably the best actor in the film, to be honest.
Yeah. She was the one that she could
Debatable.
she
In this
yeah,
film.
she was
All right.
believable for what she had to work with, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, he's you find out later like Bilal is completely jealous. He doesn't want Dwayne to have any relationships at all with anybody. He's like, you got to be around. He takes him wherever he goes. He's in this back. Okay, so where are we at now in the story? All right. Well, then he goes back and tells the doctor, "We got to get this. I want you to go in there and Bilal, don't forget the file folder." I don't know. I can't remember the significance of this folder. Oh, was it to find out who else was involved in it, right?
Yep.
And so he goes in there and rips this metal door off its hinges. This guy's only about this long, with these little arms coming out. He's like, looks like remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? You remember the little guy with the brain that was just a brain and like a pod thing, and he had like a little arm. He reminded me of that.
Yeah.
And so he just dark hinges, and the doctor's trying to keep him out, and he's scared to death because he knows he didn't realize this thing's still alive. He pushes his desk up against the door, and pretty much this guy Bilal like rips his guts out. It was pretty gross.
It was.
I gotta admit,
very bloody, very bloody.
And they managed to get away. I don't know how he keeps managing to get away, because then the cops. Okay, then there's the guy remember when he's checking in the hotel and he pulls out that big wad of cash?
Yeah.
He's got all these 50s and 100s, and I can't imagine how much that would be in today's inflation. But that one guy's eyeball, oh, look at all that money he's got. So he's already wanting to rob him. So the guy goes in there. First was Bilal. Okay, let me show this clip. We'll show this clip because Bilal is upset because Dwayne leaves him alone. He buys him a TV to keep him company, and then Bilal rips the switch right off the TV. But let me share this screen.
He wasn't too happy.
I have my playlist queued up.
Was not happy.
No, he wasn't too happy. And then you get to see the bad animatronic. I
think I lost you, Matt. Matt, you froze up, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we may not be able to play any more clips because that didn't go too well. I'll let you bring up a clip next time. I can't do it. For some reason, it just my computer just doesn't want to do that stuff. So anyway, he goes, he's got like this psychic link to his brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
He communicate with his brother about talking. Because you never hear Bilal talk. He just like
bunch of grunts.
He looks like somebody like cut what's his name's head off from the goon. What's his name?
Yeah.
You know,
Chunk,
the
no,
hey, you guys.
Sloth.
Sloth. Yeah, that's right. Well, here's a couple of like little, so definitely a face only a mother could love. But then we have the cops. The guy breaks in his house, his hotel room, and he's like wanting to steal his money, right? So if they come there and they take his trash out, well, nobody could have. No, the door's locked and Dwayne's gone. We don't know who trashed this place. Like they just think it's like a vandal or something. Well, then the other guy tries to creep in there. The old guy creeps in there trying to look for that money. And he finds the money, and then he goes, oh, I bet there's something good in this basket. And he opens the basket, and this is what pops out at it. It bites, this basically kills him, bites his face off. He dies horribly, very horribly. So the cops show up, obviously, because there's been a murder. It's in his room. Well, then this is the part that's like one of the biggest. Okay, there's a lot of plot holes in this movie, but this is the first plot hole, in my opinion. The cops are just like, so where have you been all day? And he's like, and he's pretty like, oh, I was with somebody all day. And then like, well, they asked him something else. He's like, well, we were out in the, what do you mean we? No, I mean me. And they just say, oh, okay, well, let's know if you know anything. And they just leave him. Like, I'm sorry. If somebody had been killed in your motel room, regardless of the alibi you had, you would be discussing this downtown in an interrogation room with the police. There's no way in hell they would have been like, well, okay, well, just let us know if anything else happens.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of weird. So anyway, they don't do nothing to him. And like he manages to get away. Like, I don't know how they manage to keep getting away with these murders because they're not very good at it.
No, it sucks.
They're not very good at being quiet about it at all. He's like always manages to find a back door or something to slip out of. I don't understand it. Well, then we have an extensive flashback scene, and we get to explain what all happened with these guys. And you see all these,
Auntie.
This is his aunt, and she's reading to the little Belial. I mean, look at this guy. Oh, ugh. Anyway, it just looks like a clump of flesh. And well, anyway, but when he kills the cop, the guy, somehow he manages to hide in the toilet.
Yep.
I just don't know how, but he managed to hide in the toilet. You want to see a real creepy picture? Is this one? That just gets me every time. But this one is kind of creepy too, of course. Anyway, and then they flash forward. The baby's born, right? So he's born as a baby, right? And so they're looking at the basket with the baby in it, and his dad's like, he killed his mother, died in childbirth, right? He says, I can't believe you saved this abomination, or basically let my wife die. And he's like, he don't want nothing to do with the child. And so the aunt raises him.
Yep.
And then the dad finally has enough, right? And he's like, well, no, we're going to do this one way or another. It's like he's a little bit grown up now. He's a kid. I guess he could have been at least 10 or 11 or something. And so they anesthetize him against his will. Lay him on the kitchen table. They didn't go to a hospital. They could
just right on the kitchen
couldn't they
table.
have just tricked him to save the Yeah, could they just tricked him and said we're going to the dentist, or I don't know, or we're going to get ice cream and done it at a hospital? I just don't understand that. But anyway, they do it on the dining room table, and so they cut him off, and the girl cuts it with a scalpel, and blood squirts right in her face, and this is just for a shock effect, I assume. And so he wakes up without Belial attached to him. He's like, Belial, I hear you. And so apparently they all thought he was dead, but I guess he scurried off or something. I don't know.
And then they threw him in a garbage bag.
Yeah. I think they might have wanted, like, if they were going to get rid of him, they could have put some rocks in a burlap sack or something, and thrown them in the lake or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If that's what you're going to do. But and they're like, I don't even know if he's human. But so he's still alive. He kills their dad, obviously, and the aunt doesn't really give a shit about. Well, I don't really care. She goes, I don't really care what happened. So then I guess Belial starts influencing Dwayne, and we're going to hunt these people down. Well, then they come to find out the nurse that helped the doctor wasn't even a nurse. She works as a veterinarian.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's covered by your HMO or not, but whatever.
Probably not.
And she's like, "Oh, I remember you. What are you doing here to thank me?" He says, "No. You want to look in the basket?" And then Belial jumps on her. You see here. And
Although
she did.
She did last longer than the other doctors, though. She put up a good fight. This doctor.
Yeah, she did fight back. She stabbed him with a scalpel, but that comes back to haunt her because.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he slams her face into this drawer full of scalpels, and I don't know how it's physically possible, but I guess he stabbed her with them. She's got like 15 scalpels sticking out of her head. And I mean, out of her head up here too, and she's still screaming, which is there's no way you're still screaming, you'd be dead.
Yeah, scalpel line.
I'm pretty sure you'd be dead. Yeah, like, and it's probably the worst scream, the fakest scream. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat. This if I can, this link because I can't. Maybe you could play it, but I can't. So
here, let me. I'll try to find it here, man.
Let's do it. Well, just you type in. I typed in Basketcase movie clips, or I type in Basketcase. What's in the basket? ? That should get it. And this is the scene with the veterinarian who was the nurse that. Actually, she's the one that cut him off of him.
Yeah.
In the flashback scene, and that's like one of the longest flashback scenes I've ever seen in my life.
That wasn't it?
Hey, madam.
It really did last.
I mean, it was an extensive flashback scene. Hey, Jay, how you doing? Jay Thompson, and we got Madam here. Always good to see you guys.
We'll do this here.
We're talking about this. Y'all want to see something crazy? Yeah, let's do this.
Wait, let me.
We're going to share that. We're going to show you a clip.
We got this, man. Give me a second. Sorry, folks.
You're good. We're going to show you a lovely clip from this movie where
it's beautiful.
The nurse gets attacked. It is very Belial is very H.P. Lovecraft looking. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, totally, dude.
Come up with, and Madam's all for it. She wants to see it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. And there you see him right there. But this is great. This is great. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my God. She does put up a hell of a fight, though.
It's that,
and the other nurses just sitting there like, it's normal. It's
finger.
Normal.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna cut it. It's gonna get too. We might get in trouble for this.
We gotta get this. Let's keep it going here.
Okay. Oh, God. It's like Adam said.
That is harsh.
Man, that's like Oh yeah, look what Madam said about it.
It happens.
Let me remove it from the thing. All right. Hey Swag, how you doing? And then Jay Thompson said, and yet this didn't garner a single Oscar nod. Yeah.
Nope, it did. Not one, Jay.
Said when we started screaming, my cat ran in my room looking everywhere. I think she thought some small animal was in distress. Since she has PTSD now. Yeah, it's if you find another clip, let's run another clip here in a minute. I didn't see it, but everybody else saw it okay, right? My computer's bad, so
yeah, I don't know.
I got to see it.
I don't know what's going on.
But everybody else, was it choppy on your end, or was it choppy on your end?
It was a little choppy.
Okay,
It was a little choppy, but
all right.
Here, let me.
Yeah, I have. Hey, Madam, I had to watch the whole movie last night. So I have a lot of PTSD right now. I'm just saying. Little chop. Yeah, I'm sorry. My internet's not the greatest. You can blame Spectrum. They suck. Spectrum, you suck. Yeah, sorry. I had to watch it last night. So it was. Anyway, after they kill the doctor. How does he get away with this? By the way, they knew he went in the office.
Yeah, exactly.
They run in there and she's dead, and he's nowhere carrying a basket. He's nowhere to be seen, but he gets away with it again.
Like he sneaks out another door.
So,
he sneaks out the back door.
Like there's always a back door for this guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes out and hangs out with this lady. I think she's like a prostitute or a stripper or something. This black lady, and she kind of befriended him. And he goes to this bar where she's working at or something, and they're getting drunk. And he gets drunk with her, and he starts being like, "So what's in the basket?" He goes, "My brother," and that's how he laughs. I'm not exaggerating. That's how he laughs. This guy, I think they found this guy in a lunatic asylum to play this part. But anyway, so he goes home eventually, and he's drunk, and she helps him in his room.
Let me find that drunk scene. It's a lot of important
back door
stuff.
Comment. He's knocking on the back door.
Yep. There's a lot of important information in that drunk scene.
Actually, there kind of is though, but like I guess he's drunk and he's trying to vent to somebody because he don't think she'll remember. But then I think you find out that little Bilal is a little horny toad that wants to get laid or something because he sneaks in that black woman's room and like cops a feel. He doesn't kill her though because she I guess fights him off and she's like going crazy screaming. I guess he just he couldn't resist himself. But then he's jealous of Dwayne too because he's dating that cute little blonde girl, played by Terry Susan Smith. Beverly Bonner's the name of the black woman. I think that's her name. I'm not sure, but anyway, so all this goes down, and then you get he's like, I guess he goes to see the girl again, and they're out making out like really hot and heavy, and getting ready to get down. She's on the bed with him, and Bilal just I don't know why he didn't have him locked in there. That's his fault, party foul, and he hops out screaming, and she's like, ah. So his solution to her seeing Bilal pop out of the basket is to wrap her up in a sheet and throw her out of the hotel room. And locks and goes, go away, go away.
Here I'm trying to.
So, and didn't he just say something to Bilal about how you can't let me have anything, blah, 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 blah. I want to be free. And so Bilal don't like none of this. And so they, I don't know, he crawls out of his basket again and his eyes start glowing red, which is disturbs the hell out of me. I'm glad I wasn't on shrooms or something. Not that I take anything like that, but I'm glad I wasn't on any psychedelic drugs of any sort when I watched this film. I would probably be in a mental hospital right now. Anyway, so he's like does some kind of mind control, and then we get I don't understand really if it was a dream sequence, but he's got like Dwayne is running butt ass naked. I'm talking full frontal nudity down a New York City street in the middle of the night. So, and it's actually Belial somehow, and he goes and like into the blonde girl's room, and basically he starts like honk honk trying to fill her up.
Yep.
And then kills her. I don't know exactly. I still don't understand how he killed her, but he killed her.
I think he just maybe I hear. Okay, so I think he just suffocated. Who knows? But the weird thing about it too is why when Dwayne comes running in and sees the body there, he's like, it's almost like he was. Did he hump her to death? Can I say that? Because there's blood everywhere, like in the middle area. So I was like, I don't know if they cut a scene out of there or if there was something that was too graphic so they couldn't film it or put it in the final edit. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but it had a Reanimator vibe to it.
Yeah, it did.
Totally. Reanimator on his head, and he's like,
yep, and then down on Barbara Crampton. Yeah.
And I don't know. He might. This movie come out.
So I'm going to queue up.
Barbara Crampton, by the way.
Beautiful. So I'm going to queue up when when they leave her apartment. Is that cool? That last bit here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
it's going to be choppy, guys. I'm sorry. My internet is embarrassingly bad. So I feel really embarrassed right now for my internet. Sorry.
Well, I should have. I'm sorry about talk over it because that's what I do. Just wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Just wait. Okay.
Okay, Alberto. No problem, bro. Thanks for stopping by here, Alberto, and watching it. Or listening,
You guys hear it there just a second?
I hate when things go wrong, madam. You know what I mean? It's just I shouldn't talk about it. You're supposed to be a professional, Matt, and pretend like nothing's wrong, right? All right. I'm not a professional. We're not professionals, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, just a second.
Oh, sorry.
What's the matter? Get out of here!
Okay, I know the scene. I can't see it though, so it's not. Mine's not working at all over here. It's just on my end though. He grabs him by his gonads and lifts him off the ground. By the way,
right. I don't know how much of that showed, but no, it didn't. That kind of sucked. Sorry about that, everybody.
He grabs him by his balls. Okay, I'll just get it.
Yeah.
And lifts him off the ground. Like, I'm talking like 5 feet off the ground. So this thing's got like super strength or something. I don't know. Like, did they inject him with a super soldier serum too or something? Was he hit with gamma rays when they separate him at birth? We're reviewing Basketcase.
He did say when he was talking with that one hooker lady in the bar that as years go on, he keeps getting stronger and stronger. So maybe that's something right there.
This right here, this scene right here, this picture right here, this still shot says everything you need to know about this movie.
Yep. In the toilet.
He does look like the little bad guy from the brain from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And if he had like a little yellow like suit on, with rockets, he would look like MODOK.
Or the one ball thing, the head from Big Trouble in Little China.
Madam, Hold on, madam, you
You still there, Matt?
this is called Basketcase. Yeah, I can't hear him.
Are you still there,
Yeah.
Matt? Okay.
I'm right here.
But what's really funny too about this is when he
Yeah,
finds it, when he's looking for him and he lifts up the toilet seat, it's like his hand is bigger than the toilet seat. It's like, how'd he fit in there?
I know. This is called Basketcase. If everybody doesn't know, it was released in 1982. And madam, you need to make a sculpture of this guy, the little conjoined twin. That would be hilarious.
Oh,
He
heck
also
yeah.
looks like remember the little floating ball of flesh guy in the Big Trouble in Little China. He kind of looks like that.
Yep.
That's what I just realized. The one that Kurt Russell shoots in the head. Well,
Yeah.
so anyway, let me show you another. We'll show you a couple more shots. That's all I got. Here's the movie poster once again. The tenant in room 7 is very small, very twisted, and very mad. And I apologize that we can't show more clips, but like it seemed like the last episode we did, we were able to show more clips,
Yeah.
and it didn't
So I don't
do
know
that.
what.
But
So I don't know what happened.
my internet's just really bad today, and it makes me look stupid. So, but
No,
anyway,
man.
you got. Well, it makes
No,
me look
not
like
at
I shouldn't
all.
be doing this show because I don't have the equipment to properly do this.
We'll
It
figure it
makes me
out.
mad. It just pisses me off.
No, man. We'll figure this out. This is no big deal.
But
We'll
anyway,
figure it out.
so I'll tell you what. So is this movie so bad it's good?
Yeah.
Oh, they end up killing each other at the end of it. By the way, and kills the girl. This is like the most depressing ending of any movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, she's just no fucking way I want to sleep at night. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
blame
because
you. But
because the girl dies, you know, and then they die, supposedly, because they got 2 more sequels out, you know, that he's in. The Dwayne's in both the sequels. Yeah, Ghostbuster Ghoul.
and yeah. And by the way, this movie spawned 2 sequels.
Yep.
And you know how much money it's made? Tell them, Joe. Tell them how much money this movie has made since 1982, counting DVD and Blu-ray releases and theatrical releases.
It's made $231 million. $231 million. I mean, it's been going on for over 40 years. But still, that's not bad. You know?
For a $35,000 budget.
Oh, yeah.
And this movie had to be self-produced because there's no way that anybody. I'll try not to be mad. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
y'all.
Let me tell him. It's no...
But
the thing about it too.
I don't like when things go wrong. It just makes me mad.
Figure it out, dude. It's no. Another thing too that I liked about this movie was, I mean, they filmed it in some pretty gritty parts in New York, man. You know what I mean? Like almost every room, even the doctor's office that he goes to, just looked nasty. You know, and I'm sure that's what most places looked like from just being trashed in New York. But
it's pretty seedy. I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to look up and see how many crew members got mugged during the filming of this.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I didn't think it was that. I don't think it was that bad. It's not a bad movie. You know, it was I guess it did its purpose because it takes you away for about an hour and a half of your regular life, and you can just sit there and watch it. You know, I thought that was cool.
Oh no, it's no. I mean, it's bad, but it's not. bad. I just meant like nobody was going to win an Oscar for Best Actor in this movie. That's all
no.
I'm saying.
And they knew that. I think they know that.
Well, I mean, it's a cult classic.
Yeah. It's just one of those movies that they make.
It's a cult class. I mean, I'm having struggling here to even. I don't even think they can hear me right now. Anyway, so it's like I don't know. I give it a thumbs up just because, as far as the bad is good meter, because I got a good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was disturbed, but I had a good laugh at a lot of the stuff in this movie, especially like obvious fake screaming a couple of times. They're like, ah, ah.
It's hilarious. It's good.
And actually, I probably did a better job of doing the scream than they did.
Yeah.
All right, madam. Thanks for coming by.
Yep. Total thumbs up.
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up for bad. I mean, I don't know if we're probably gonna give all thumbs up just because we like bad stuff, but I tell you what, for all the hate for Captain America: Brave New World, go watch this movie and tell me that A Brave New World's bad. That's all I'll say. All right. Because there are movies like this out there too. I guarantee this movie had no reshoots.
Yeah.
I can about guarantee. But I'll tell you one thing about this. It was filmed competently for what the budget they had.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see a lot of like continuity errors or like boom mics hanging out in the shot.
None.
The sound, everybody was mic'd up good. There wasn't like, you know how some bad movies are just like, people are talking like this. But then the star talks like this because he's the only one that has the mic on because he wrote it, directed the stars in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not got any of those Neil Breen mistakes you see. Oh, and don't worry, you all need to prepare yourself for this show because in the coming weeks, I guarantee you that Neil Breen will rear his ugly head on this show.
Yes, he will.
Oh, the great Neil Breen, and he's like a national treasure. Actually, he's of comedy. Actually, but we will make a quick announcement before we wrap it up because I guess we're about wrapped up here. But the next week we will be reviewing Remo Williams' The Adventure Begins.
Yeah,
starring the late great, may rest in peace, Fred Ward.
Yeah.
So and this is also was a comic book. It was a comic book before it was a movie. So it kind of has a double meaning for this our channels because we're both comic book channels for the most part. But there you go, guys. I appreciate everybody that came out and watched us. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll try to do better in the future, but we still have fun talking about this movie.
Oh yeah.
So before we go, just remember this. Oh, just because remember this. Just because it's a bad movie doesn't make it mean it's not good. So we'll see you guys later. And until next time, have
watch Basketcase. Get out there and watch
it. Good night.
Yep. Thank you.
Do yourself a favor, watch Basketcase, but do not take hallucinogenics when you watch it. All right.
No.
And don't watch it before you go to bed.
No.
Yeah.